I happen to have this cross-section of tire here, and I want to show you that there's what's called a wear indicator. So this is our tread, and if you see there's a little bump right down at the bottom. That tread wear, that indicator, when your tread wears down to this little nub down at the bottom of the tread, that tells us we're getting close to needing new tires. And this will be right around 3 to 2/32 of an inch. Now, when we measure our tread depth, we use a tread depth gauge, got our little colors on there, green, good, yellow, and red is get rid of the tires. And what you do with that is you come in and you measure, not on the little bump down there, and what this will do is it'll bring up, we can look at this and see that this tire is at 8/32 of an inch, and that is our tread depth. As this gets closer and closer, we're going to get down to and this is what the tire manufacturers recommend, 6 or more, you're in good shape. Once you hit the 4/32, you start looking into tires, and once we're at 2 or below, tires need to be taken off the vehicle. Now, the reason why we want tread on our cars, on our tires, is because this is how we get water from out from underneath. As this tire is rolling, water needs somewhere to go when it's raining outside, and the lower this tread gets, the less ability the tire has to get rid of its water, and that's what makes a vehicle hydroplane, and we can lose control in wet conditions like that. So thick tread is a very important thing to have on a vehicle there. But this is actually a valve stem out of a car, and if you notice, there is a little bitty nipple in the middle of it right there. When we push on that little pin, it will let air out of the tire. Inside this tire pressure gauge, there's a little pin that will push on that, and the bottom of it is covered in rubber. So what we're going to do is, when we go to check our tire pressure, we're going to push this on there rather hard and hold it, and that tire pressure will kick out this bottom and tell us the pressure of the tire. It's very important that we get it close, and once again, there's a little pin in there that's pushing on that when we go in there like that, and that's how we check our tires. Tire pressure monitoring systems, TPMS. This was made mandatory in 2012 by the federal government. And just so you know, this valve stem here, same thing we just talked about in the other valve stem, but now this one has a little battery and a sensor on there, and this is actually going to report back to our body control module, and that's what tells you what your tire pressure is on the dashboard. These, by law, we are not supposed to dismantle this system. We're supposed to absolutely leave it in there, and if the customer comes in, we're supposed to sell them a whole new sensor, and that, by the way, needs to be reprogrammed with the vehicle. We have these in stock, and we can fix you up pretty quick, but this is a new technology that came out in 2012. It's very nice to see that your tire has a low tire on there. I have this other one on here. I just want you to see how corroded and bad that one is. That's actually from a customer who put stop leak in their tire. I wouldn't put that stuff in your tires if I were you. It doesn't ever stop the leak, and it makes a big mess for us to clean up. When it comes to tire pressure, I encourage you, open your car door and look at this tag in here. It's going to give you information. First off, it's going to give you your tire size, front and rear, as well as the PSI or pressure it should be at. In this case, we're at 36 PSI for both of them. It even shows us the size of our spare, and they want that one aired up to 60 PSI. So that is tire pressure.